probably saying, what a long intro. Just as soon as I hit the button to go live, somebody came to my front gate and I had to let the music play and just run off, but it's okay. Everything is good. Wow. Just want to say welcome, everyone, back to another episode. I'm feeling real good. I was really, for the last few days, I got to say it, I was kind of beat down because when I went out to take care of certain paperwork concerning my citizenship, you know, I'll say it, passport and other things. I waited out in the sun. I was out there doing shorts and I was enjoying myself, but I think I baked myself up a little too much. So I didn't do much, recuperated, and I said, let me slow down a bit while still being effective and getting content out there. But one thing I learned with this lesson of mine, being granted the good graces of being able to finally legally call Ghana my home, is that I didn't have to run it down. I was just merely sitting on my porch one day, this back balcony that you're looking at now, right here in this exact spot. And a phone call came through to me. And it was a brother who worked directly under the president and told me that, he was so impressed by the things that I've been doing over the years that I'm a shoo-in for that. And there are different ways of getting stuff, but that's not really the point. You see, when people saw that, oh, his channel is gone, which if you notice, I've been uploading lots of old stuff. I still have all my contents. It's just a matter of me taking my time and putting it back up. But like I used the analogy before, that when you have that spaceship going up into the outer atmosphere, you have rockets behind it that push it up. And then they fall back because they serve their purpose. Well, for me, all I've done before is not lost, but that particular manifestation fell away, but it served its purpose of me being able to call this place home. And I'm forever thankful for that. And it gave me a big lesson because it showed me that whatever's for you is for you. You don't have to run down anything if it's destined for you. Many people spend their whole time fiending, running down, scheming, manipulating, putting themselves in position, or so they think. And oftentimes they may get somewhere with that or they may not. For me now, I could just focus on being myself, focus on all the things that God put inside of me to manifest. And I don't have to do it in a hurried state. And like I said on one of my former shows, there is no there, meaning that many of us say to ourselves, well, I got to make it. I got to get there. I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to make it one day by getting there. But where is there? Where is this there? There is this place that you finally get to, and you just have to stop because you have it all. You're there. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to strive. You don't have to, I'm there. I've made it. You have the angelic sounds. Ah. But there is no there. I've learned that, okay, on this level, where we're in our bodies and the 5th or 6th sense that you possess, depending on who you are, the bottom line is that time is an artificial construct, and this sense of urgency and rushing and pushing, it's not going to take you to a place if it's not in your destiny. And we're talking about divine destiny. That's a whole different ball game. We have the manufactured destiny that we can place ourselves in by hustling and bustling. and then realizing that we're not happy in that. And if it is, it's a temporary fleeting moment. Or in the rat race, watching everybody else around you to make sure or see that they don't get ahead because you want to get there. Listen, when you have peace of mind, when you know your mission, and when you're centered, and you know that things take time because it's a process, you're already there. It's the there that's made for you and no one else. And when your creator deems in your future, whether it's near or far, as far as the artificial construct of time is concerned, nothing can stop it. You have many out here who want to steal your destiny. You have many out here who see your potential and don't want you to have your potential and fulfill it. But they can't stop it. Instead of focusing on what the creator has placed in them, they forfeit that and run after what you're supposed to be. And you're not supposed to concern yourself with that. Even when they throw a little monkey wrench in your plan, and I really shouldn't say monkey wrench because the wrench was made by Jack Johnson, former heavyweight champ. And they used to tease him on a racist level, but I'm saying it because we all know that term, but it's not said in a venomous way. They may temporarily take you away off the path, but what you're to do is never falter and understand that when it takes a little longer to get to that particular point that you're destined for anyway, the arrival to that point is so much sweeter. But for different people, different circumstances, it's going to be a different script, a divine script, different, written out differently for you and for other people. And that brings me to my other point. You see, that's why I entitled this The Divine Ebb and Flow, the ebb and flow of destiny, the ebb and the flow. Sometimes things move forward a little fast and they flow a little faster. And sometimes they ebb, still moving, but a little slower. And sometimes in a different direction from where you feel your goal is. You know, sometimes you have it in your heart when you wake up in the morning or in the evening and you have a destination to go to. And let's say you want to go from New York to Texas. You're going to drive through a few states to get from New York City to, say, Dallas, Texas. But you think it may be a straight line, right? But when you embark on that journey, there may be roadblocks where you have to go through different states than you anticipated. It doesn't mean you're not going to reach your goal. And it's in this particular time that you realize that you may not make it at the time that you targeted. What are you going to do? Give up? No. Let me tell you something. Some people live their entire lives not reaching that point of their divine destiny because it's not the time for it. Some people reach it early and may not have the maturity to deal with it, and oftentimes don't get a second chance. So when you receive that divine destiny, understand that the more wisdom that you have, the more you can appreciate it, the more you can embrace it, and the more it would be sweeter to your being. But this is the time in the beginning that we most often give up. When you are going toward your divine destiny, even if it's not as defined in your mind, but you know you're going to this place of being. It's not going to be a physical place. Yes, we have to live somewhere, but it's not going to be a physical place. Because no matter where you find yourself, if you're not right with yourself, if you're not centered and you're not connected, it's never going to feel right. And this is why those who get to those points where they say, well, I have my Rolls Royce and I have my 5 mansions and I have heliports in 3 of the mansions. I can leave in a helicopter. I have my own private jets. You know, um, but they don't. They put a bullet in their head. Why? Because their buddy had a little more than them, or the stock market crashed a little bit, and they lost half of their fortune. But they were worth $5 billion. Now they have 2.5. So what? It shows that you are rooted in the wrong thing. The wrong thing. For me, it's the joy of the process. That's my there. The process of manifesting all of the seeds of greatness that is put inside of me and the joy of doing so. Not for any narcissistic reason, not for any venomous, look at me, I'm great reason, but the joy of serving that, because this is not yours when you really look at it. This ride, this trip, this journey is granted to you. We're here today and we will evolve, hopefully, tomorrow, because everybody's not going to evolve. So in this journey, let us accrue as much wisdom as we possibly can and understand that getting there, we got to be careful when we say there, because that's usually some vague thought of success, of fulfillment, of contentment that comes from usually in the minds of most material achievement or status in the world or acknowledgement in this world, in this worldly system. And that is not going to bring you to satisfaction, because greater people that I have come along, greater people that I will be here after me. We have social media. We can put out all of the posts and the uploads we want, but one day they will fade away. No matter how famed you are, no matter how much money you have, that we go to the very end striving for this, striving for the attention, striving for more and more money. And yes, while we're in this system, we do need that fiat currency. We do need that money. As long as we're in this system. Now, living off the grid and going somewhere else far away is another story. You'll need less and less. And for me, that's the goal. To get away from the engineered man-made system as far as I can get, even one day willingly giving up the internet, because they're going to take it over anyway, those powers that be that want to control it. So get the jump on them. Position yourself properly, mentally, spiritually, and physically, so that you won't be stuck, you won't be trapped, you won't be searching for the illusion of the there. When, if you center yourself, you're already there. Centered, peace of mind, enjoying the process and the pursuit of the process of making yourself better, vibrating higher, being a better person, and not just saying it, not just acting like it, not just saying the right things on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, but you're rotten to the core. And how do you feel in the midnight hour when you know that you're not living the way you're projecting? We're living in a place where the falsehood is honored. We put up the camera, take our phone and do a selfie or a quick video. The ladies make sure the makeup is right and the skirt is right. And everything's right on those levels. But what does it mean? We're as filthy rags. I'm not saying you all are. But we start to get pompous and so pumped up on ourselves. We've become that. Now I realize I had an appointment in about an hour, and I'm getting a phone call from the gentleman, and I'm going to have to sign off a little quick, but I'm going to come back on. a little while, but I think that gave enough of what I was feeling at the moment. And maybe I'll do a few more of these before I go to bed. But yes, be careful how we become intoxicated with things that are worthless. And as time goes on, it reminds you. Did you see TD Jakes the other day? Up in the pulpit, sitting on the chair, and he had the medical emergency just that quick. Now, I have my opinions on that from other things that I know, but let's just take it for what it is. You see how fleeting things could be? He's still with us, and many people have their feelings about him. I understand that. I won't bring that up here. But when it's your time, is it worth it? Did you really feel a sense of contentment and peace of mind? And that's what I thought about many years ago. No matter what's around me and how much chaos there may be, nothing can stop you from ascending. Nothing. Know that. Have you ever had a time in your life where something brought great fear to you, or maybe the anticipation of going to a new job and you wanted to be accepted by the coworkers there, or you're moving to a new apartment, moving to a new city, and you're wondering how it is, even though you did your research. And after that time, you say, you know what? I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have to be scared or fearful of that. Why can't we live life as we go forward with that same mindset? That's where I am now. I'm not worrying about anything. I don't worry about the fear mongering people bring to me. Try to make you feel like you're all alone. You're on your own. Rah, rah, rah. Really? Who died and made you God? Because my Creator has placed me in a place that no man could put me. And I am looking forward to one of my best periods of time. I don't want to say year, because I want it to be the rest of my life. But we will have challenges. But I am set now, so solid, so focused, and so determined. And no matter what happens in your life, you got to understand it. And sometimes you can go through times of doubt, fear, not knowing. Don't let it eat you up, because that divine there, not the man's there, where I want to make it there and I'm going to get there one day, that don't exist. But that peace of mind and centeredness in the ebb and flow of destiny, because it'll be brought to you. You don't have to push hard. You don't have to network for that. You don't have to position yourself for that. You don't have to say the right words. If it's for you, it's for you. This is why I'm looking out right now at this beautiful view. This is my there, my centeredness. And from all of that, the goodness will flow. And I'm not going to ever let that go. Anyway, let me make a phone call. I'll probably be back in an hour or two. But I just wanted to say that, share that short message, and just know that I love you all. Last skirt out. Let me make sure this phone call coming in is the real one. And I will talk to you shortly. But it's all good. Whatever you're doing, no matter where or how dark it is where you find yourself, everything's going to be all right. Trust and believe, because I know I had all kind of stuff thrown in my way. I never doubted, but it was rough. But right now, I hate to say I'm untouchable. No, we can't say that. But as long as we stay connected to the Creator and what He wants us to do, yes, we will be untouchable. Lance Skirb out. Much love to you all. Peace.